LR, the liberal redneck here, coming to you from a country that has been compromised by a very ugly condition known as for-profit. We have the only healthcare system in the industrialized world where every single aspect is driven and determined by profitability instead of patient needs. We have the only higher education system in the industrialized world that creates an onerous financial burden on those citizens wishing to improve themselves. Alas, we have a president whose sole reason for holding office is to see how much personal profit he can squeeze out of his time in office, regardless of how many laws he has to break to do it. Now we are faced with the diabolical manifestation of for-profit, whose end result is forcibly kidnapping children from their parents, so that the president can use them as blackmail fodder to try and force Congress to fund his campaign-promised wall across the southern border. Attorney General Sessions has quoted the Christian Bible as the reason separation is legal. This might mean something if our government was based on the Bible, but fortunately it is not. So Sessions' point is moot. His own church has condemned his actions. Even if it fails to finance the wall, this despicable effort has started a boom in the for-profit prison system by creating a huge demand for new prisons for adults and concentration camps for kids. What we are now faced with is separation for profit. There's no concern for these children and their parents other than making them pawns in a deadly standoff and making as much money as possible off of their tragedy, which now includes allegations of sexual abuse from those in the dog kennels. Mothers are already being deported back to their countries of origin without their children, because our government has no system in place to keep track of where the parents and the children eventually end up. They don't care what happens to them beyond their own selfish gains. This is strictly a Republican policy, created by Republicans before the inauguration, enabled by Republicans, and needs to be paid for with Republican blood at the ballot box in November. You can reach me at theliberalredneck@gmail.com. You can visit live or on tape with me, the Pagan Goddess, and the Progressive Christian every Thursday evening at 10 p.m. Central on blogtalkradio.com/theliberalredneck. Thanks for watching.